I like wholesale because you take the same amount of grief for one tomato or a truckload of tomatoes. So I'd rather sell the truckload.
I'm Eric Henry. I'm president of Blue Hills Orchard in Wallingford, Connecticut. We've got about 300 acres of farm here. This farm's been here. I'm the 5th generation on the farm, and it looks like my kids. I've got 3 boys and 1 girl that are going to be looking to come into the business as well. Pretty excited about working with all of them. It's got its own challenges, but it's a lot of fun too. It's a great life. That's the life that I grew up in.
I'm 3rd generation. My family's always farmed in Hadley, not always full-time. My father was a carpenter and a farmer. My grandfather was a farmer full-time, but back then it was a whole different world, and he made a living on 10 acres.
I'm very proud of the fact that the farm has been around for 5 generations, and it's really important to me that it continues, because for me, growing up on the farm, I feel like I had the best childhood, period. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. So to see it continue for my nieces and nephews is really cool.
Having a good crew is like having the best insurance policy in the world. Most of them have worked on farms everywhere in the country or even around the world, and they share their knowledge. Sometimes making the smallest change in how you do something gives you the greatest result.
I've got some of my oldest fellas that come up from Jamaica have been here since I was a little kid. We've got one of my main guys. He's going to be coming back, and he's been coming here since I think about 1972. He's getting up there in age, but he's the main man. Everybody respects him. They call him the king. What Herman says goes, and he knows the process. All my guys do. They've been coming for so long. They just come in. They know exactly what to do, and it's seamless. I think one of the most rewarding experiences on the farm was just as I came into my own, and my grandfather and father saw that this young kid kind of knows what he's doing. They started taking some of my advice, and we started planting some different varieties and started moving towards some high density stuff. All the plantings we're putting in now are going in at high density. We're almost doubling the production on that same acreage that we would have off the old style blocks, and the quality is outstanding.
The big standard trees, you could pick around 500 to 600 bushels to the acre, and these high density plantings, we're getting 12 to 1500 bushels to the acre. You're
growing apples instead of growing a tree. That's the idea. Biggest challenge of the wholesale market is, I guess, just delivering consistent quality in a timely manner. That's the name of the game. Is they want quality, and they want it consistent, and with no deviation from that. You get to that quality by just being there, hands-on. You've got to be in the middle of harvest where the guy's picking, transporting it in, watching it through storage, and right across the packing line to make sure that quality is getting held up at every point. And all it takes is one point in that chain, and you can lose it. So it's hands-on.
We grow stuff for flavor, taste, stuff like that. We don't have to worry as much about shipping because we're not going a long distance. Looks are important, but to us, I'd say flavor is number 1.
We make our living on high-end apples. You know, we have a good quality apple, and we're looking for markets that are willing to pay more for good quality. And, you know, if we were selling commodities, at this size we couldn't survive.